Welcome back to my vlog. Thomas, today we're going to be talking about 7 general questions asked about paganism. Let's jump right into the pile. Number 1, what is paganism? The official definition of paganism is a religion that is not Christian, Judaic, or Islamic, and that works with the energies of the earth. It is a earth-centered religion, or is a reconstruction of pre-Judaic, pre-Christian faith. That was a mouthful. But if we take it in smaller chunks, it gets easier to understand. The first part essentially means that it is not one of the various sects of Christianity, Judaism, or Islam. Some people will include Hinduism and Buddhism in this category as well. The second part means that the practitioners of these religions use the cycles of the earth as part of their worship of the divine force. Goddess, god, goddesses, or gods. Or they are reconstructing religions that died out with the coming of Christianity and Judaism. While this definition appears fairly broad, there are some harder to classify groups that are left out by it. This does not mean that they aren't pagan by any means. They are simply much harder to classify and comprise a fairly small portion of modern paganism. Number 2, what pagan religions are there? There's many, a multitude. There's Wicca, Asatru, or Asatru, Odinism, Druids, Celtic witchcraft, or Celtic Wicca. There's Santeria, just to name a few. Like I said, there's many out there. Too many to name in one short video. Number 3, do pagans believe in God? Not all pagan religions view God as in the same way. Some pagans don't believe in God at all. Others believe that God is in everything and all around us. And many pagans believe there are many goddesses and gods around us all the time. Pagan religion falls into all of these groups. Atheism, the denial that there is a supreme intelligent being that is viewed as the creator of the universe. Agnosticism, the belief that God, a personal deity or supernatural, or the supernatural cannot be either proved or disproved because of the limitations of our own minds. And animism, the belief that everything in nature has a spirit or is a part of the divine force that created life. Pantheism, the belief that everything that exists is a part of God or goddesses. Panentheism, the belief that God is a part of everything yet stands apart as well, transcending the natural world. Deism, the belief that there is one God that is a personal God, but that is not involved in the universe at the present time. Monotheism, the belief that there is one God that created everything. Generally, this God is seen as omnipotent, omnipresent, and all-powerful. Henotheism, the worship of one particular God with the acceptance that there is more than one God. Polytheism, the belief that there is more than one God, and these gods or goddesses are worshipped or acknowledged as existing. Hard polytheism, the belief that there is a plurality of gods that are worshipped, and excluding the idea that all gods are one God, or that the gods are just aspects or faces of a supreme being. Personally, I fall more into the animism. Yeah, that one. Number 4, do all pagans do magic? Simply put, no. There are some pagan religions like Hellenic, Wicca, and Asatru that do not require a person to perform or even believe in magic. While an individual may also practice magic as a part of their religious belief, it is not required. It is not a required element for many religions. Number 5. It's kind of a three-part question. Are pagans religious or are they spiritual? What's the difference? Many times you will hear pagans say that they are spiritual but not religious. But what exactly does that mean? The definitions that I use for these words help illustrate what people might mean. Religion is a group practice aimed at interacting with the divine in order to empower ourselves to become better people. Spirituality is an important practice aimed at interacting with the divine in order to empower an individual to become a better person. Religions are made up of groups of people. Spirituality can be experienced by an individual person without the benefit of a religious structure or a specific religious dogma being attached to it. So the answer to the questions is that pagans can be both religious and spiritual depending on their particular practices. 6. Do pagans have an earth-based spirituality? Some do. Not all pagans, however, like to be lumped under the categories of the earth-centered or earth-worshipping. For some religions, there is not a strong emphasis on the fertility of the earth or the divinity of the earth itself. While they may appear to respect the cycles of nature or perform seasonal rituals, that does not necessarily mean that they are worshiping the earth itself. For example, not all, but one example may be a ceremonial magician or member of the Golden Dawn. There's just a couple examples. Last and final question is, how do I know if I'm a pagan? What I would suggest is investigating a variety of pagan religions, or paths as we like to call it, and talking to the practitioners within them. If you feel drawn to one, you can live by their rules and requirements. You may just be a pagan. For making a commitment, however, you should investigate not only the religion but also the group of people that you're speaking with. Converting to a new religion is a very serious step, one that may change your life forever. Be very certain that it's right for you before changing. And you may start off on one path. For instance, take me example. I start off in Wicca, since we're talking about pagans. And I've branched off into the green witchcraft that I read about. Let me back that up. I went from Wicca to Celtic Wicca. Then I went to green witchcraft through, I think Anne Mora is the name of the author, called book called The Green Witchcraft or Green Witch. I forget which exact name is. And then from there, I went from there to Druidism. Because Druidity is too hard for me to say, apparently. And that's where I'm at right now. Your path is always evolving. It's one thing I like about being pagan. It's not you're this and this is all you're going to be for the rest of as long as you stay in the religion. They allow you to, not they, but they won't, most often they won't judge you for evolving your path, make it more personal to you. But that's all I got to say for today. Hopefully this will be a series that I start. I just want to thank Miss Justine for giving me the inspiration to do this video. May y'all have a blessed night, day, whatever. enjoy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll be notified of my next upload. Thank you.